Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So this is the weekly reading for those of you that have either started or are thinking about starting a spiritual business, using your spiritual gifts, talents, creative abilities in order to help other people in some way or to heal the collective. So we'll go ahead and start with the oracle cards to get some energy for the overall, and then we'll go to the tarot to take a look at what specifically is on your path for this next week. This is for the week of February 27th through March 5th. And some advice from Spirit about your next step and where that may lead in your business. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So your animal spirit card is Peacock Spirit. Let it shine. Oh my goodness. To me, this is a beautiful card because, a lot of times we think about the peacock as being arrogant, but it is sometimes when we own a spiritual business, it is about really letting your light and love shine, right? And that's what it says, let it shine. And it is about allowing your gifts, your talents, your creative abilities, your uniqueness to shine. So it's not like, okay, you want to fit in with the crowd, right? It's about being your own unique self and allowing your own unique light and love to shine through whatever that is, your social media, your advertising, your relationship with your clients. It's about showing up with your greatest light shining. And then we have strategy. So I feel like there is this energy of almost like strategizing, understanding what is special about you, and then putting that in as part of your strategy, as part of your business plan. That really does bring up a really interesting concept, right? About sometimes when we're talking about, having a business, it's all about profits and loss and expenses and income and all of that, right? But when you have a spiritual business, you are recognizing that you have something unique that you are wanting to share with the world. And yes, are you going to, you're also trying to create financial stability and abundance for yourself using your gifts, talents, and creative abilities. But at the same time, it's that unique touch that you are bringing to your clients or to your customers. And making sure that that is part of your mission statement or part of your strategy when you're advertising. It's about using that, understanding that that is truly a divine gift, that when you step into it and use it completely, right, that you will completely find the abundance, the joy, the fulfillment that you are searching for. So if you have had a business for a while, I feel sometimes like we can get into that energy of, it becomes the emails and, the everyday tedious things. And sometimes we can get a little bit burnt out, right, from that, because it's not necessarily always where we feel like our light is shining. But even in those emails, right, to your clients, to your customers, that is a great place to really shine your light, to stand out, to be a little bit unique, to show up in your greatest energy, knowing that that is part of the attraction that you have with your clients and customers. All right, well, lovely energy. Okay, we have message in a bottle. And we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is spiritual business. The Ace of Cups is really about how you are sharing your message with love, okay? So it really is about shining your light as brightly as you possibly can, stepping into that energy of love, because look, we have love on the bottom, and it says, divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. And so it's a little bit about understanding that, oh, this is such a beautiful energy, that, you have some type of special spiritual gift, talent, creative ability that you are sharing, okay, with other people in the form of energy in order to also bring in abundance for yourself. But it is understanding that that gift is from the divine, and it's not necessarily that gift that people are coming to you for. Really interesting. So I feel like this is really perhaps kind of about your marketing or the way that you're showing up in your business at this time. It's really about the love. They're coming to you not necessarily just for your gift. They're coming to you because you have a special love and light that you are shining at this time. And it's almost as if the divine is trying to, your spirit guides and angels are trying to remind you of that. That it's not necessarily just what you are offering them, it's the way that you're offering it to them that helps you to stand out from other people. Wow. And then underneath that, we have extraordinary, knowing that you are extraordinary. There's a wild and impetus uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. It's about you stepping into your uniqueness, not trying to, match everybody else that perhaps has a similar gift or talent that you have. So it's, how can you show up on your social media, in your advertising? How can you show up in your emails that has you shining your light as brightly as you possibly can? Because that is your uniqueness. That is what is attracting in your clients and your customers. Okay, so I feel like you have a little bit of an energy here with the Two of Wands and the King of Cups. You have a decision to make. How are you going to show up? Right? And it's interesting because then we have Temperance. Are you going to show up in this beautiful, loving energy, or are you going to show up and the Temperance energy is beautiful? Okay, but this is moderate, right? The King of Cups is truly showing up with that love and light. The Temperance is kind of like, well, I'm kind of holding it back a little bit. I don't want to, it's almost like I don't want to scare people off by my uniqueness. And yet at the same time, what they're reminding you here is that your uniqueness, your love, your light is what helps to attract in your clients. Wow. It's a beautiful message. Just something to reflect on. How are you showing up for your clients this week? Okay, so let's take a look at your present energy. Yeah, you have To the Sea. Things could be a little bit, let's put it this way, kind of calm, right? Your business may be a little bit, I don't want to say flatline, but it's just not growing or something like that. You could be kind of like, well, what's missing? Why was it working before? You could be going into, it could be the economy, it could be this, it could be that, right? What they're reminding you of is that your love, your light is the true offering that you have. People are magnetized towards you. They are so attracted to you. Not, once again, because of just the gift that you have. That's part of it. But the bigger picture is the way that you share your gift. It's about going within and asking yourself, are you truly offering your true authentic self to your clients, to your customers? Or are you trying to show up in a way that you think they will like? Or are you trying to show up in a way that similar, business people show up? Okay, so if you're a Reiki healer, are you trying to kind of show up the same way that other Reiki healers show up? Or do you have your own uniqueness? Are you embracing that? Are you showing up with that? That is what is going to bring you the abundance that you seek and the sense of fulfillment in your work. Okay, so let's take a look at your strength for this week. Yeah, it's really being present. And manifesting from this sense of quiet, of going within, really kind of like embracing who you are, what is special, you're extraordinary, unique about you. Those words just keep coming up, right? And then strategizing. Making that the forefront of your strategy instead of how many Reiki sessions you're going to book this month or whatever. It's kind of like really reconnecting with your own heart, with your own life purpose, with what it is that you are really and truly trying to share with your clients. So I love that energy. So your obstacle this week, okay, the lesson that you are learning at this time is you have no place like home, and then you have the Three of Cups. You know, it's understanding that you are unique and it's time to share it with other people. But I feel there's also this sense of just trying to fit in instead of being the unique person that you are. It's time to surrender. Okay, it's time to, sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. Yeah, so you can't control the universe. You could be trying to advertise, you know, it's a little bit like, you know, and I've said this before on YouTube, you know, it's a little bit about, well, you could have clickbait, right? And get people in. But it's kind of like, okay, but is that your true authentic self? Are you sharing your love and light? Okay. Or are you just trying to get people in the door? Are you just trying to sell them one time, or are you trying to keep them as a returning customer because you're sharing your true authentic self with them? Okay, so this is your step for this week. Let's take a look. We have Page of Pentacles, never ending story, and then your path. On your path, it says, Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, there is almost like this underlying fear that your business, once again, I don't want to say it's flatlined, but maybe it's just not moving along as quickly as you wanted it to. Your fear of, you know, is this going to take off? Is this going to bring me the abundance that I am seeking? Is this something that's going to sustain me, or do I need to, you know, find a new job or something like that? Those fears are kind of popping up at this time. And, you know, that is somewhat of a pattern that you may have experienced in the past. Understanding that when you are truly sharing your true self, your love and light with your clients, with the world, right? And, you know, coming from that place of your heart and not from fear, right? Not from doing anything to keep any client, right? It's understanding that you're breaking this pattern. You're not allowing your fears to make your decisions. You're going back to, okay, what makes me unique? How can I share my love and light with the world? And stepping back into that energy. Okay, we'll break this pattern of perhaps fear, making decisions out of fear. Because you have the Page of Pentacles. It's understanding that the universe, when you truly step into alignment with your life purpose, and you are sharing your gifts, talents, creative abilities from your heart, okay, that the universe, the divine, will bring you everything it is that you need and are wanting, okay, that it's just a matter of how are you offering what you have to the world. If you look at this picture, it's such a sweet picture, right? I mean, it's just such a sweet picture. It's very loving, just very sweet, very almost like naive, okay, or innocent, right? But that's what our true authentic self is. It's very vulnerable, right? It's sharing who you truly are with your clients and customers, really stepping into that energy of sharing yourself, sharing your pentacle, right? And sharing what you are offering, but in a very loving way, in a very sweet way. Okay, so where does this lead? And this is like 1 month from, you know, if you take action on this week, where will you be in about 1 month? Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups, more options coming in. I feel like you may not see these options right now, but it is when you step into this energy, right? It may take a little bit of time for these options to come in, but they're there. Okay, they're on their way. And then you have poised and divine abundance. Okay, you were born to align with love's will. Follow the Tao and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Ah, interesting, right? To step into this energy of receiving, right? Being poised to receive the abundance that you know is coming and that you may not see at this time. You may be like, I don't even know where it's going to come from. That's okay. It's about stepping into that energy of being that abundance, of knowing that it is on the way, of trusting the divine, of going back to your heart and not allowing your fears to dictate your strategy. Instead, let your love and your light create the strategy. Really interesting energy there, because it sometimes is very difficult to get away from the fears, because, finances are such an important part of our life, right? They truly are. Okay, so let's pull, these are the Divine Feminine business cards. And Divine Feminine, we all have Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine really goes with this because it is allowing the abundance to come in. All right. So we have declutter. Create a sacred workspace that you love. Clutter keeps you stuck. Clear it and watch your creativity and abundance flow easily. So that's really just about, decluttering your space, but also decluttering your mind of the fears that are maybe preventing you from truly sharing your love and light with others, And then you have flow. Get more done by entering the flow state completely and joyfully. Focus on what you're working on without multitasking. And one of the things I always recommend too is thinking about your client, right? Think about your clients or customers while you're creating, okay? Because, and getting back into your heart chakra for some time, sometimes just putting your hands over your heart chakra and just really concentrating your energy there will help you to get out of your mind, right? And back into your heart, back into that creative flow. And then you have muse. Take time away from the daily hustle. Give yourself quiet time in nature to muse. Create space for your creativity and fresh ideas will flow. Yeah, all of this is really about allowing that flow to come in, right? I feel like you may have some strategies, some goals that you're really set on making, but it's about money or, having a strategy based more on fear. Getting more into your heart will help this creative flow to come in and to also attract in that abundance that you are looking for. Okay, and then we have publicize. Stop hiding behind your computer. Get publicity for your brand. Be bold and visible in your market. Be the rock star that you are. Wow, that is definitely the peacock energy, right? It is about putting yourself out there, not hiding, about sharing and shining your light so brightly with other people. Once you share your light, once you step into this energy, okay, you will attract those that are seeking you, okay? There are people, clients, customers that are seeking you. It's up to you to share your light brightly so that they can find you. All right, so let's pull one more manifesting card here. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Okay, so let's see. I will praise success wherever I see it. Interesting. When you find yourself critical of the way anyone has attracted or is using money, you are pushing money away from you. But when you realize that what others do with money has nothing to do with you, and that your primary work is to think and speak and do what feels good to you, then you will be in alignment not only about the subject of money, but about every important subject in your physical experience. Okay, so, I want to bring that up because one of the hardest obstacles sometimes or limiting beliefs that we have around starting a spiritual business, right, is that if you're spiritual, why should you worry about making money at it? Well, we live in the 3D. We are not meant to come here and be paupers. We really are meant to come and experience everything that we are desiring in this lifetime. So, using your spiritual gifts and talents, creative abilities to help other people to shine their love, their light, have that healing energy is part of your purpose. It's part of why you are here. And energy, when you're doing that, you're giving out energy, and money, okay, is energy that you allow to come back to you. It's a flow, right? If you only gave out your gifts, your talents to others without, perhaps trying to also bring back in energy in the form of money, then you would get burnt out. You would get burnt out. And then you really wouldn't be living your life purpose. It's about understanding that it is a flow of you putting out your energy in the form of your gifts and talents and allowing energy in the form of money and abundance to come back to you. And it is about understanding that it's all a loving flow, right? You also have to be in that energy of sharing your love and your light with others and allowing them to share their love and light with you. So I feel as if, sometimes you'll see it all over the internet, about, perhaps this is really for those of you that have not yet started a spiritual business or are, just kind of like dabbling in it. It may be time for you to embrace, right? Truthfully, that, it is time for you to step into allowing the money to flow back to you. It helps to keep that flow going. It gives you the energy that you are seeking back. Okay. It replenishes you so that you have the energy then to share your light and love with others once again. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. I'll see you next Sunday, and I hope you have a great week. Bye for now.